Hi! I watched KIETA HATSUKOI and here's my review. During a test, Hooky needs an eraser. He doesn't have one, so he asks one of the people around him if he can get one. A girl next to him lends him an eraser, and before the test actually starts, he discovers a name on the eraser, Ida. Later on, he drops the eraser on the floor and said Ida picks it up for him, leading later on to quite a big misunderstanding. To go straight to the point, I really liked this drama. It's a very fun and I would say relaxing drama. It's something that's not going to mess up with your head all the time. It's really sweet, really cute. All the characters are really endearing. Yeah, you kind of want to know them more and be friends with them. To me, it was mostly Hachimoto-san, I would say. I find her so cute. And in a sense, she kind of reminded me of Fujisaki-san in Cherry Magic. So I like them both now. Yeah, really cute. So it's a very easy to watch drama and it's not complicated, it's just really sweet and really funny. Maybe one could say that the drama feels kind of cliché, maybe, or really feel like a manga or an anime. Personally, I felt it this way. That's why I'm mentioning it. When you watch it, sometimes it's almost or completely like you're watching an anime or reading a manga. The images you get, the reactions you get sometimes, the overacting. Yeah, there's a lot of things that really remind you of a manga or an anime. But since it's such a chill and relax and fun drama, it's not really a problem. And I would even say it's not a problem at all. I think it just fits, it goes well together. All the actors did a really good job. Maybe it's a bit sad that we didn't get to see more of Ida's broader range of emotions, but since I think they really stick to the original material, yeah, he's kind of the cool guy with not much expressions on his face. Okay, but I think it would have been a bit nice to see it more actually. And staying on this subject, it's actually something I'm going to speak a bit more about in a spoil part. It's the chemistry between the leads. Because personally, I think the chemistry was a bit off, but I will come back to it in a minute. Although the drama remains in a very chill, fun and relaxed way for most of the drama, it still manages to convey positive messages, in my opinion, about friendship, helping one another and love, of course, but actually also acceptance and the non-acceptance of people and how to deal with it. And sure, it's fun to watch, it's very chill, but at the same time it brings actually powerful things to talk about, and I think they do it in a clever way, in kind of a funny way, but at the same time when something happens, the drama knows how to go back a bit on the fun and humorous part and kind of be more serious. So it's a good thing because it doesn't take anything from each side. The serious parts don't eat too much on the humor side. It's still very funny, but at the same time, the humor side knows when to stop, to back off, when serious stuff needs to be talked about. First, I have to say it's not because there's no kiss. Personally, I always prefer my romances with a kiss, I'm not gonna lie. A romance without kiss kind of pisses me off, to say it like that, but it doesn't bother me that much in Dramaland, especially in BLs, because, yeah, you know, I know it can be a bit difficult sometimes, so it's not really a problem. And it's certainly not why I think the chemistry was a bit off, because there's not enough time, in my opinion, to develop them romantically. And when I say romantically, I mean of them dating. Because Ida is kind of a cliche character of a manga, and actually Aoki too. Like, Ida is the tall, kind of expressionless and a bit slow character, while Ida is more, the smaller one, very happy and kind of a bit naive at the same time. So they are really, really both very cliche characters. But the thing is, we see Ida with a straight face the whole time. But when they actually get to date once, at some point, we actually see him with a lot more emotions, laughing, smiling, and both of them playing together, having a really nice time. But I think compared to the whole drama, this part is actually too short. So it feels a bit, well, at least for me, it felt a bit weird. Because we would suddenly go from all this time where, Aoki knows he loves Ida, but Ida is not quite sure yet. And suddenly things go well, but not well enough, I would say. At the end of the day, the problem is it's not long enough. I feel like them being in an awkward situation was way too long compared to them not being in one. So at the end, I was like, yeah, the chemistry was not, you couldn't really see, at least for me, I couldn't really see sparkles between them because they were in this awkward state for the longest time. Especially when Aoki realized he actually liked Ida, but Ida wasn't sure yet. It really took a long moment, and it's not a bad thing. It's just, I think, to counter a bit of that, it would have been nice to have more of them being really cute together. Also, another thing, sometimes things in this drama can be a bit of a reach. For example, how Ida really doesn't realize his feelings. It happens all the time in anime and manga, so it's not weird in a sense that you've already seen that before. But it's weird because translated into a drama with real people, it feels a bit funny and quite of a reach that someone would not realize that they like someone, especially when given a hint. I know this feeling when it's your first time falling in love, you don't necessarily realize that it's love because you've never experienced it before. So I know it's a true thing, it happens. But he had so many hints all the time and he was thinking about it. So I think, yeah, it's a bit of a reach. And the other thing that really stood out to me was, of course, the first misunderstanding at the beginning. I thought it was really a reach that he would not at least say, no, it's not my eraser. A girl from our class lent it to me. But I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to reveal it. It was as simple as that, instead of saying, no, oh, it's mine, just because he didn't want to tell it was Hashimoto's eraser. I know in a manga or something, it's going to go smoothly, kind of, but translated back into real people, it's a bit weird. But I think it's cool, it's still funny, but I wanted to mention these two things that sometimes kind of not bothered me, but made me realize really that the two formats are a bit different and don't necessarily work well together. But it didn't really take anything from the drama. For me, it was just mostly the chemistry, like I said. And I wrote one last thing on my note that I wasn't sure I was going to mention because they actually kind of clear up this a bit later in the drama. But I'm going to because maybe some of you thought the same, so I thought it would be nice to mention it anyway. So this thing is how Aoki sometimes reacts to Ida. Especially, I'm going to point a specific moment. It's when they were on a date. Was it after they date? Yeah, I think it was when they were at Ida. And Ida started, to kind of tease Aoki with the shirt thing and changing. And wow, Aoki really, really reacted in a bad way at this moment. And just like Ida, I was completely taken aback. Like, yeah, you guys were just having fun together. Dating is not just being serious all the time with one another. No, you have to play together, have jokes together, tease each other even, So I kind of couldn't really understand Aoki at all, and honestly at that moment I was like, Aoki is not that great of a guy, you know. I couldn't really get him, but later on they kind of address it, like it's just because Aoki is so insecure at that point of time. But I think maybe, it's just my opinion, but maybe they should have showed it a bit more. So throughout the drama they kind of show this, that, you know, Aoki is not really sure of things, but it's not really showed in a very serious way. It's always kind of in a funny way, you know, for example, when he thinks a girl is going to hit on Ida and is going to say yes because she's a girl, very popular, very beautiful, and you know, it goes kind of spying on him, but even all that is not really serious, it's kind of really funny. So I was kind of really taken aback when he reacted this way, because it didn't really go with his personality and how he had been acting since then. Maybe it's just me who felt this way and I'm just stupid, and all of you understood Aoki more at this moment. And then I'm glad they actually cleared it up later on when Aoki kind of says, yeah, well, at that time you had not said you liked me and I didn't know. He was just so insecure, and I can understand that. But at the same time, yeah, I was just like, you know, I just wanted to tease you, play with you, you know, so we can get closer and just have fun together. So yeah, I understand this a bit more, and that's how I saw it. And yeah, that's why I wasn't sure I was going to mention it, because it was kind of a problem I had with the drama when it happened. But at the same time, since it was clear later on, what can I say? But yeah, that's the last thing I wanted to mention. In the end, it's a drama I completely recommend. You're probably going to laugh a lot. It's really funny, and all the characters are really cute and funny as well in their own ways. And yeah, that's it for me. Don't forget to tell me your own thoughts about this drama, and I'll see you later in the next video. Bye bye!